ain't no beamer, I'm buying no gun, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. Man in that bag cause I'm all in my bag. I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a. She was in her bag. Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation. We was on roll like tires. Where we gon' let? I'm in my bag like.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First and 10, it's Jackson. And running with power here. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 75 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree from a yard out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point. I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now first and 10 at their own 24. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the run, it's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing deep here for Coleman. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1. Now Jackson. And it'll be 2nd and 11. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Now it's Jackson. Crabtree has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Now Jackson on second down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Jackson on first down. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
And Jackson throwing once more. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you. I can't say that I was really in love with the play call there. A draw in that situation, I know it's a risk-reward call. If it works, he walks in. But otherwise, you're bringing up a really tough 4th down situation.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw again. Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Throwing on 3rd and long. Manning. He finds Beckham complete. Little razzle-dazzle. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 88 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Rosas now to kick this one away. And now here come the Ravens. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Airing one deep for Crabtree. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Jackson will throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Crabtree the target on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Receiver. Hey, go 56. 27 for Sam. 27 for Sam.
Manning now on 1st down. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 85 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Yeah, this is going to be covered up by the Giants. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Zebra, zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra.
On 1st down, Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Ravens have got it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Zebra, zebra. Blue 80. Zebra, zebra, zebra.
So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Zebra, zebra.
Throwing again. Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll come out in the pistol. Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and this is going to be covered up by the Giants. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Zebra, zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra.
Shotgun now for Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Hey, gun.
They do go for it. It's Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. This is Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Manning to throw on second down. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Eli Manning with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Giants are in for 6. Rosas now to add the PAT. Rosas good with the extra point. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Manning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football. And he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
Zebra.
Now it's Barkley, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Zebra. Hey, gun. Zebra.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. He dumps it off to Barkley. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun.
From midfield, here's Manning. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Michael Thomas on the stop. On 2nd down, here's Jackson.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll go option to the short side, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done. That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they're going option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Jackson on 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
Well, they faked it and got nothing for their efforts on that one. So I've got to ask you, partner, I can't begin to imagine what they were thinking there. They kicked the field goal. They get to overtime. Yeah. Instead, it looks like a loss.
Trying to bite off more than they can chew. Don't know why you don't take the 3. And now they're in a bad spot. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Eric Weddle brings him down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Manning. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 61 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Brandon, my evil, reckless brother's on my shoulder screaming, go for it, but I just knocked him off. You can't do that here. Field goal's a chip shot. Take the points. No way you can let this possession end without getting some points.
And this one is right through. And that draws them level. It's 23-23. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. They've got his man complete. Past the 20, 10. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this